A gente vai ter uma aula com o Ram Charan. Em geral, uma hora de consultoria, de mentoria do Ram, custa mais ou menos 500 mil.
No goal, no business. Do you have the right people in the right jobs?
O Charan, que é um consultor super renomado no mundo todo, muitas vezes até polêmico.
But there are managers who are insecure. They want to make every decision that the subordinate should make.
Ele, por muitas décadas, ele não teve nem casa.
I travel 100%. There's never been a need for a house since 1977. I never had a house. I lived in the hostels of the hotels.
Trabalhou fortemente nos áureos tempos com o Jack Welch na General Electric, essa dinâmica de colocar a execução como a principal responsabilidade da alta liderança que a gente vai falar aqui.
Nobody can become great leader without having people attracted to them.
Esse é um episódio diferente de outros do Diário de um Fundador. Para começar, você vai assistir uma mentoria fechada que ele fez exclusivamente para membros do B55. Na sequência, você vai ter acesso a uma entrevista inédita que revela diversas práticas de um CEO e de um fundador de sucesso.
I'd like you to take these 5 sentences home. You built businesses. Going from 0 to 1 is almost impossible task, and you have overcome. Many of us just talk, you have built. I don't call any one of you entrepreneur, I call them builders. Okay, so first thing I'd like you to write, determine clearly and specifically in quantitative terms what your goal is. You choose 2 years, 3 years, but you must write what your goal is. Nobody's going to decide that. You're going to decide that. And what is the reason for that goal? This applies to everybody. You need training, will help you. No goal, no business. The underlying word is clear, specifically, quantitative, and what's the reason? So I have situations where somebody says double in 5 years, and then we show him something and he say, it's very modest. Or somebody says, it is 3%, and we say, you're not drinking some good stuff.
Okay.
But you're going to have a reason why this goal you are choosing. And we get help if you need help to get the right goal. If you don't have a good goal, the right goal, it's very hard to make any progress. You've done it before, it's not news. In the early stages, get a customer. That was the goal for many. It's the goal, but we have a reason this goal is a good goal. And so this is your first question. Apply to all of you. Number 2, in relationship to your goal, in this case, I'm going to choose 2 years as an illustration, 2-year goal. Even if you have 20-year-old, I will convert that to 2-year goal. I did not choose 1 year deliberately. 2-year goal. In relation to this goal, do you have the right people in the right jobs? There are 2 items, the right job definition and the right people. That applies to every one of you. And if you don't, what are you going to do? What's coming in your way? What help you need from whom? What mentoring you need? If you don't have that, you're not going to do anything great things. Please note, I did not say organization structure. That was deliberate.
Shall we think about a number of people in specific? Like what are the 5 people, the most important 5 people, 10 people, or no, more generic?
No, stay with that. Your 5 people are different from your 5 people. Clear? I mean jobs. Your 5 jobs, some of them are different from you versus you versus you. Take Intea. Other than Thiago, creating the platform is the most critical job. You have contacts, so you brought Patrick. You don't bring Patrick, you wouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yes, absolutely.
But he and your colleagues at the senior most level brought Patrick. Normally, that company without you and other board members, there is no way you would have brought Patrick in. No way. So, Thiago's predecessor alone could have not brought Patrick in. Say, we need help. We need this job, this person. Talk to him. Talk to your other 2 colleagues. And they'll help you get him. Clear?
Yes.
But you got to define what the right jobs are. For you, they are different. Some will be common. It may be 2 jobs. But the most important job Andre brought is the CEO job and brought Thiago. And Thiago has the skills that I've not seen in many CEOs. He made that decision. He's young. And so you define what jobs relative to the goals and what people relative to job and the goal. You need help to understand, we'll get the help. You understand to find the people, we'll get that. But this is your job. Make sense? Now, number 3. Set priorities for the year. Do this minimum month by month, where possible week by week. That's your job. Correct? You may have difficulty achieving them, but setting priorities is your job. Correct?
And it's very difficult because many things are conflicting.
Yeah, so
And you
if you
want
need
many-
help, we'll help you.
Many
But you're going to do
times
this
you want many things at the same time,
same time.
but you have to prioritize.
You got to do this. You need help, we get you help. Because complexity, difficulty, uncertainty. But you got to put this stake in the ground. Clear?
Yeah.
Make sense to you guys? Now, these things look like basics. They are. I've had as big guys as the CFO of General Motors having the wrong goals. Publicly announced, I pick up the phone, call the CEO, and I says, you know what you've just done? The goal is wrong.
Uh-huh.
He was going to double the profits in 2 years. I said that God couldn't do it, knowing your company. You lose credibility totally. But that's your job. Clear? Number 4 is the most important job. On a yearly basis, week by week basis, plot out your workflow. What tasks to be done by whom? You do in project management, scheduling, scheduling. So you're going to find a lot of pain points. That's where you strike the pain points. I don't get this material. This person is not adequate. I need to get some money. I can't get it. Now you know. A list. Number 5, a list of your pain points. So this is deducted on that basis. And by the way, when you were building your company, you did these things in very concentrated way. You knew this stuff. You didn't have to worry about how many people not. That's how we get a list of your pain points. And then say, for this, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him. Or we're going to get some person to take you through some tools and techniques to do that. But you have to drive your personal growth. And we've got to get a list of your pain points. It should become a routine for all of you. You drive that. Make sense? Yes. And then I will also have you that, let's say you are a group of how many? 10 people. So we could create a group of 10. And then we say, each of you, as a group, talk minimum 1 hour every week. I'm facing this problem, that problem, what you're doing, which way you're doing. So this way you have a group movement and sharing things, figuring it out. I had this problem, I got help from Andre. This problem, I got it from this way. So build a creation of energy in a group of 10. Continue to do that. I saw something new, I share it in that 1 hour every week. Build your own learning library. 1 hour you guys can afford to do that. Each of you rotate. This time you do it, next time he does it, next time he does it. Build the discussion, what's happening.
So we're now here to talk with Mr. Ram Charan, a very famous consultant of big companies in the world. What do the best CEOs do?
Yes.
What is the
common thing?
the common thing that the best CEOs do?
Yeah. Chris, the best CEOs can be of large companies. They can also be of very small companies. Because the best CEOs create something for the customer. Those who create something and as a result create shareholder value and also train employees and make them better, they are the best CEOs. And they can be mid-sized companies, they can be small companies, they can be large companies. So the best one in the world for a long time is the person who built iPhone, Steve Jobs. He created something that changed the world. His company makes a ton of money. It has created, at one point, the world's largest market value. He chose the right successor. They continue to progress further. Its employees are very creative. So that's a measure of an outstanding CEO.
And you worked directly in this succession of Steve Jobs.
Not in his case, in other cases.
In other case.
Not in his case. But I'm giving the illustration what a best CEO is. And he remains, in my mind, is still the best.
But if you look to the history, we think that if you look to the history, it's very clear to identify that Tim Cook is more an execution guy.
He was recruited to be execution guy. Steve Jobs did not want to do anything other than product and marketing. He was recruited on that basis with the help of the former chairman of DuPont. That's what he wanted, that's what he got. And then Tim Cook became better, broader. He tried number of products, did not succeed, but he did try.
Yeah.
And so we say he brought the company this far, and now they will have a succession and see what comes.
Amazing. Good. You say that execution must be the primordial leadership competence. What's the difference of this leadership model between micromanaging leader?
These are words that you don't have common understanding. So the best method is you have a subordinate. You give the challenge, give the KPIs, give the assignment, and ask the person what training he needs, what coaching he needs, and leave him alone. That's not micromanaging. That is giving autonomy, empowerment, and the person grows. But there are managers who are insecure. They want to make every decision that the subordinate should make. That's micromanaging. They restrict their own capability, and they restrict the capability of the person and the organization. They should be removed.
Very good. Very good. Because this is a classic misunderstanding that you have here.
Yeah. They should be removed. They should not be managers. They should be just doers.
Your book, Execution, talking about your book, it's a bestseller. It's amazing. And we can learn a lot about leadership development. But considering the world that we are living with, rapid change, using, considering AI, new technologies, how can you advise the CEOs to identify and develop the leaders for the next 10 years?
Yes. This is the job of every leader. And what you look at, the following key habits of the younger generation, and they are observable, they're verifiable. One of them is how well this person, how deep, how fast this person learns something new and applies it. It will differentiate from those who don't. To go 10 years, somebody must have a learning machine that is practical, that is deep, that is applied to business, from experience, from learning from others, from coaching. That is number one quality. Number two quality, such a person shows you naturally to be a magnet where people want to come and work with you, work for you. Nobody can become great leader without having people attracted to them. So that's number two quality. Number three quality is a person shows that he thinks bold moves, figures out how to execute. Now, there are many, many more, but these three are the basic non-negotiable qualities. To go 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. If he doesn't have it and does not get them, he will not get there.
If you read your book, do you think you put something different?
The execution book
The Execution book?
is timeless. Despite technological changes, it will continue. It's already have now gone 26 years. We wrote in 2000, and today is 226. It needs modification. We will do that. But it's timeless.
I read the book 10 years ago, and I start to read again on the plane coming to London, and I totally agree with you.
Read it again. Yeah. It's timeless book.
Amazing.
My books, I try that have they are timeless. They should be for long term.
we're now in B55 working with small and medium companies.
Yes.
And considering this kind of company, this company that is in the growth stage,
Yes.
what's the main execution gap that you identify and the founders and the CEOs must address?
Yeah, I think the companies in B55 have reached to a point where they are at a takeoff point. They have done something, they have executed something, they have built something. So their challenge is how to scale up, how to open their mind. And that the way they succeeded up to this point may not be enough to scale up. So the B55 help to these people is on opening the mind what they could be, suggesting what they need, getting them to accept some of the people they have had are no longer relevant. So I laid out that framework yesterday,
Excellent.
that how they use this and think more thoroughly to find where their pain points are. Then the sponsors of B55 will help you get there. That will be helpful to them.
Very good. And it's a honor for us to having you helping our entrepreneurs and helping us.
No, thank you.
Very good. You have said that you want to be remembered as a humble man.
I don't want to be remembered for anything. True. That's what I am. That's what I am.
But how could you separate the ego helping very famous entrepreneurs in the world and avoiding to have to unclear your mind, your thoughts to help those entrepreneurs?
No, Chris, the juice of life is learning. And learning requires humility. Learning says, I made these mistakes. You, I, anybody must learn every day. And learning makes you humble because you recognize how much more you don't know and you will never know. That's where you be very, very humble.
I always say that an important attribute in an entrepreneur, in an entrepreneur, is being a humble, because it's difficult to learn new things if you are the guy that you think you say everything, the guy that you know everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we are now in the headquarters of Teia.
Yes.
And we know that you are helping a lot the guys here in Teia. What are the main attributes that you identify in the team of Teia? Possible force that they have to be achieving such good results?
Yeah. So their management is outstanding. They get to the right details for execution. They are very honest to know where they make mistakes and they rectify them. They have very ambitious goals, but they are practical. They have in 2 years created enormous value. It was going down. It's not only arrested the downward movement, it has created value in billions. And that is just a start. More to come. Great management, great CEO, a great board that helps. Great people on the board. Andres, Ali, Aju, Sergio, they're all Mr. Patterson, incredible help to the company, each of them. So this is a very great development of a company that was declining fast.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to
Yeah,
all these board members this week, and
yeah.
probably you will learn a lot.
Yeah.
Could I ask you a personal question?
Well,
We know that you work a lot, traveling around the world, and for decades you didn't have a house.
no house,
How was that?
no need, because I travel so much. I travel 100%. There's never been a need for a house since 1977. I never had a house. I lived in the hostels or the hotels.
And now?
Same right now.
But now you have a house.
No, I don't have a house.
No? You're still living in the same way.
Correct.
It's a sacrifice for you?
No, this is what it is. That's my life, but it's not a life for somebody else.
Of course.
I love it. I'm happy about it.
I think that's it.
Thank you.
Thank
Very
you.
good job. Great questions. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you for your attention.
Bye-bye.